At Direct Service Overhead, we know how much trust you put in the individuals who have the privilege of working on the components of your home. We understand that a broken garage door is the last thing you want to be worried about, and most of the time, doors break at the most inconvenient times. Our professionally trained technicians service 24 hours a day, and our high-cycle parts are guaranteed to make a noticeable impact on your garage door without putting a damper on your wallet. If you're looking for need of assistance maintaining your current garage door, our team has the experience and expertise to deliver the results you deserve. Give Direct Service Overhead a call today or visit us online to learn more.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Yo, what's going on, Arkansas Razorback fans, SEC fans? Everywhere, welcome to the, let me get this microphone adjusted here, to the Pig Trail Network YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I know Razorback basketball is not something that everyone's getting up for these days, especially after the performance the last couple of games. The only thing that's topic-worthy lately is just how bad they've played, especially these last couple of games. We had some complaints on and off throughout most of the season. The Razorbacks, I mean, look, you were really good up until you weren't, right? But I think there's a lot more to it than that. And then the last couple of games, the last two games really shined a light on all the issues the Razorbacks have had. And then tonight they came in, they're going to switch some things up, and that is exactly what happened. They definitely switched some stuff up. That rotation, someone said in Discord, and I thought it was spot on, it's like tryouts on the floor. And that is exactly what it was like. It was like tryouts tonight. So we have more than just basketball. We've got, because we're not going live, this is going to be it for the rest of the week, and then we'll come back next week getting ready for, obviously we'll talk about Arkansas opening up things against, in SEC play against Mississippi State, and then we're going to talk more about the bowl game, Arkansas, Penn State. We've heard the news, yet another linebacker. That's 2 linebackers for Penn State. I mean, their defensive, you feel like on defense, everything that they accomplished this year, like it's kind of going out the window. You know, you've had some staff turnover. You've got some brand new faces on defense. And now you've had your 2 best players on your defense that have opted out. We also have transfer portal news. My goodness, like I said, this is going to kind of be everything that you would have heard tomorrow morning. You're going to get it tonight. So, again, at least tonight wasn't an 8 p.m. tip-off or a 7 p.m. tip-off. It's not even 8:30 yet. So do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. If you guys haven't already, check out all the links provided for you down below in the description box. Of course, shout out to our to the PTN sponsors, Direct Service Overhead, the Garage Door Company, who operate out of Central Arkansas and Northwest Arkansas. They will repair or replace your garage door if you have any issues with it, or maybe you got a neighbor. Listen, all the garage doors up and down our street, ask Alex, who's Crix in our Discord. He goes by Crix, Krix. Ask him about all the garage doors up and down this damn street. Every one of them, they broke. I don't know how to describe it. So, had I known Travis Ford then, I definitely would have been calling him up and being like, dude, there's several houses up and down my street that are going to need your help. So maybe you know a friend, maybe you have a contractor friend looking for some help with the garage doors. Give him a call. You can check out their link provided for you down below in the description box. And of course, State Apparel, who have a unique shirt just for you from State Pride. Funny, sassy, sarcastic, and pop culture. Our shirts are hand printed on premium material that will leave you feeling and looking great. Our stores offer something for everyone. And of course, their link is provided for you as well in the description box. Okay. Yeah, do me a favor. Share the content. That'd be great. That'd be awesome. Basketball is not something anybody really... I'm just going to call it like it is. Nobody gives a shit about basketball anymore. Like, it's kind of over. For right now. We talked about this. Razorback fans are some of the most fickle people you'll ever meet. They really are. They're very fickle. So, I almost didn't even... I thought about it today. I thought about maybe I should call an audible and just do a 5 p.m. show just about like where we're at with the transfer portal and everything. Again, I think Razorback fans have already kind of let go of the rope for basketball, and that's unfortunate because, like I said, I think it's too early to panic. I think it's too early to be fickle. I think it's too early. Like, let's just wait. I'm going to give you guys where I think Arkansas lands. I'm going to push that off until next week when we come back, when we get back from Christmas break. When we get back from, Christmas is this Saturday. So, again, that'll be the 27th. I want to give you guys just where I think these guys end up, where I think the Razorbacks end up playing. How far, or if at all, if they make the tournament. Do they make the tournament? That's the question I have for you guys. We could ask that right now. What do you guys think? Do you think they make the tournament? Last night tonight, was definitely an improvement. So, just goes to show you that it don't matter how much star power you have, if you can't develop and be a rock star, then I won't get much playing time. Oh, you must be talking. I think you're talking about transfers. I don't think you're talking about basketball. Crazy. I don't know. So I thought about I was thinking about doing an audible and then just maybe going ahead and doing a Tuesday night show on just kind of the updates with the transfer portal, and then kind of talk about about basketball. I was having this conversation with someone not long ago after the last game. Should I even cover Razorback basketball anymore? Because if you put that in your description or your title, no one's going to click. Nobody cares. So I thought about it. I'm going to continue to cover basketball. I'm not going to stop. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to cover it all. If it costs some views, I don't really care. Hit the like button and think type for the content. I appreciate that, Jumpmaster Scott. Thank you so much. Yo, Ty. Now will Bama drop out of the top 20? No, they will not. No, they won't drop out of the top 25. They won't. We'll see. I don't think they drop completely out of the top 25. We'll see. Jackson Robinson needs to start. Oh my God, I love his shooting. That stroke is so nice. Gooseneck. I'm telling you, I've been saying this for like the last 2 weeks or so. I want to see more of him, and we're seeing more of him on the floor. He looked pretty good defensively. I don't know that he gave up much. I don't know that he did anything defensively that has you concerned. I'm curious to see what Muss thinks, how he did defensively. And now Muss has a completely different set of expectations. Tyler Broadway says, #1 PTN fan. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. I like the rotation for tonight, along with the starting lineup. They got off to, once again, a pretty slow start, though. I got to say, I didn't know what to think. Connor Vanover, he lost that tip-off, didn't he? So I'm not going to lie. I was cooking tacos. And I missed like the first 3 possessions. I had to pause it every once in a while, trying to fix my kids' plates. Wife got home from work right as we were finishing up making dinner. So I was a little bit behind in that first, but I think that is literally all Connor Vanover saw tonight. I don't think he played much beyond that, which is kind of, I don't know. Once the game speeds up, and Eric Musselman's talked about this before, once the game speeds up, it's just he's done. Trey Wade loved his intensity. Ash, you're not kidding, my man. He was did you see how aggressive he was down low? He reminded you a little bit of Justin Smith there. You know, that's a guy you're obviously missing big time, along with Moses Moody. I know it's Elon, but Jackson Robinson and Trey Wade deserve lots of minutes. They both, I thought, were – I would argue that tonight those two guys, from even if they didn't kill it on the stat sheet, and again, I mean, they did okay. I mean, they ended up doing pretty good. We'll go over those numbers here in just a second. But your starting five are, Connor Vanover, Trey Wade, Robinson, that's Jackson Robinson, the A&M transfer, J.D. Note, and Chris Likes. I mean, he ended up his first double-digit game, you know, and he had I thought he had more rebounds, but he had 3. Shot really well outside. He was 50% on 6 attempts. That's where I want to see him. Not shooting 50%. That is unbelievably high, but I want to see him attempting 6, 7, 8 threes a night. I really do. He's got such a clean look. He can make contested shots, by the way. That was something that I had read. I found an article on him a little while back talking about how he was making clean and unclean shots in high school as he was being recruited by A&M. So someone who's got a little bit of all of it, and we've seen little tidbits of it here and there. I think a couple of his shots against their previous game, I think he made a couple shots. Maybe 1 or 2 of them were contested. So he's just kind of the complete package outside. I think some of it is there might be, you know, when you compare him defensively, is he the same type of defender that some of these other guys are that float around out on the perimeter? I don't know. I don't know if that's his case or not. He looks a little slow, but then again, he's they say he's like a tall 6'6", short 6'7", right? I mean, so he's a little bit longer, right? But he's someone who I feel like if you have the faith in him to be at least average on defense, then the trade-off there for what he can do on offense is pretty big. If he can knock down 3 threes a night, you know, that's now back-to-back games where he's knocked down at least 3 threes. He ended up shooting 4 from 7 overall with 14 points. He was 3 for 3 at the free throw line because he got fouled, obviously, out on the perimeter, which was a stupid foul by Elon. Elon got in all kinds of – I mean, look, yes, home cooking was apparent tonight. I don't know if you guys caught – Arkansas got a lot of home cooking, but with or without it, they're still winning this game by 20, 25. But Elon, a lot of stupid fouls. Like, I'm really bit – and they dipped way on – they dipped into their bench tonight. I mean, they ended up rotating – let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is the deepest I've seen anybody go against Arkansas this year. I'm counting 13 total players for them tonight that recorded at least a minute on the floor. I'm going to count again. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You had guys getting their first points of the season, and I guess you could say some of that's expected because of the blowout and because Arkansas had a 30-point lead at one point in time. Of course, they end up winning this thing 81-55. Arkansas also dipped really deep. They ended up rotating a total of holy cow. They ended up going 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 as well. When games get out of hand like that, it's to kind of be expected. I wondered if we were going to see different sets for, like, you know, maybe they don't. We knew they're going to go deep tonight. I said I felt like this is going to be an easy double-digit win for Arkansas. Wouldn't shock me. I don't know if I said that here or if I said that someone I was talking with about this, it might have been on a Marco Polo, that I felt like Arkansas would probably go at least 9, 10 deep. Didn't expect them to pull out what they did tonight. Arbogast and Blake, I mean, they went deep, man. Both the Robinsons got some significant playing time. For the first time all year, both of them had at least 10 minutes or more. Of course, Jackson Robinson would end up getting 20 minutes. That might be a career high for him, actually. So, and then JD Note, of course, getting his average 31 minutes. KK, it was good to see KK out there. I'll say that. It was good to see him doing his thing. He was 50% outside. Arkansas, so let's just go over the numbers here really quick. I may have been trying to make a point earlier. I've already forgot. We're moving on. Elon they were kind of bad at everything they were trying to do. I mean, look, they're 3-10 now. They were 3-9 coming into this thing. They haven't won a road game all year. You've seen all they talked about when they talked about Elon. They talked about their SOS, their strength of schedule. It's kind of ridiculous who they've played this year. It's kind of crazy. If you haven't seen their schedule, and I'm not going to go over it, but they've played some pretty damn good teams this year. I know they started the year out against Florida. Now, Florida, we don't really know how good or bad Florida is. I know they played North Carolina. I think that was on the road. And I know they played, was it Duke? Like, it's kind of ridiculous who all they've played already. That's got to be the toughest schedule for a for a non P5 school this early in the year for anybody. Hell, it doesn't matter. That's tough. And then he had to go into Fayetteville inside Bud Walton, which by itself is a really tough place to play. All right, let's go over the numbers here really quick. Elon, who no one really stood out. Graham got into some foul trouble early for them, who is someone who typically is one of their top 3 minute guys on the floor. He ended up with 27 minutes, 14 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. So I know they got to be happy with his production tonight. He would be one of only 2 of their players, of all their 42 players that played for them tonight. He'd be one of their 2. Second leading scorer was Buford. Is it Burford or Buford? It's Burford. It's Buford. I don't know why I read that as Burford, but I may just say that for the rest of the show. But he ended up with 12 points. He had 3 steals tonight for them, 4 rebounds. All 4 were defensive rebounds. Off the bench, their leading scorer they had 3 guys tied with 5. Wooten came off the bench in 13 minutes. He got 5. Watson, Wooten, and Woods. Good grief, going that far into your depth chart there. They ended up shooting again. They were 36% overall shooting. I mean, they're just not good. They were pretty bad. 21 of 59 total field goal percenting shots. 21 of 59, 36, almost 36% from off the field goal shooting, and then 3-point range. For the first time, it feels like Arkansas all year. First time all year is like their 3-point defense, their perimeter defense. It wasn't, I don't know if it was their best performance. They did shoot about 31%. They were 8 of 26. It was really good. It was really good perimeter defense. If you remember early on, Elon saw, like, I would argue their first 5 of their first 5 threes, I think 3 of them were pretty wide open looks, completely uncontested shots. Corner pocket threes. I think between Arkansas and Elon there were maybe 2 corner pocket threes tonight, which is okay. I'm never gonna like that shot. I don't care who's shooting it. And then they were really bad at the free throw line, but then again they only took 9 shots. I mean, look, man. There's no doubt Arkansas got some home cooking tonight. Okay, they did clearly. Not even just because of the amount of shots that Elon took, which was only 9. But this was the kind of game where you look at if you're a fan of the Phoenix, that must be a particular model for Tesla. I'm not sure, the Tesla Phoenix. That actually sounds badass, and it probably should exist. Everyone needs to just go tweet at Elon Musk and be like, dude, you need to call your next Tesla like the Phoenix 1. Ooh, the Tesla Phoenix 1. Coming this next spring. But they were if you're a fan of them, you're probably like, okay, we're gonna get trashed no matter what. But the foul calls tonight were ridiculous. There was at one point Jackson Robinson was going, I know he's underneath he was right underneath the rim. He was going, I think it was coming off a rebound or going for the rebound, or no, it was his block. That's what it was. Go back and watch his block. I'm sure someone's going to post it somewhere because it was a nice effort. He clearly got a hold of his arm. He clearly tagged the guy. And those are going to happen. You're going to see a couple of those slip up, and they're not going to call those, but there were quite a bit of those tonight. Arkansas got some good home cooking, and all I'm going to say is it's about time. It's about time. Everyone else gets home cooking. Where's ours? Finally. This was a game tonight where I was like, oh, man. Wow, we got away with one on like every other possession. We're getting away with some pretty aggressive play. A lot of contact. So, again, they end up with 55 points. Going to Arkansas, like we said, Vanover, Wade, Jackson Robinson, J.D. Note, and Chris Likes are your starting five. They went pretty deep. They went pretty deep into their bench, and they got some production. Again, when you've got a big lead like this, not surprising. Kamani Johnson got 15 hard-fought points tonight. If you would have asked me to guess how many points, I would have said like 8. I didn't realize he had 15. And then he had 7 rebounds. You talk about making the most of your opportunity. This cat got 17 minutes, 6 defensive rebounds, 1 offensive rebound. Anytime you can get an offensive rebound or 2, you know Muss is going to like that. 7 total rebounds, 3 blocks, and 15 points in 17 minutes of play on the court. Kamani Johnson, my man, where have you been? I get that this is Elon. I get this is not even a good, non-P5 or whatever. Not a tournament team. I'm not sure they've ever been to the tournament. Definitely not a tournament team. Not anything to write home to Ma about. But my goodness, man, that is what you call taking advantage of every minute you get on the floor, every second you get on the floor. Hats off to Kamani for quietly maybe being the MVP of this freaking game. Now, J.D. Note, again, he's still catching fire. I'm 3 of 9 I can live with. I think only one of his shots I thought, I don't know if he should have taken that shot. Maybe one. Likes is still playing eyeball. I get it. Likes is still playing eyeball. But he went 12 for 12 at the free throw line. Like, this is what he does. He finds a way to get points on the board one way or another. I thought he missed a shot, if I'm being honest, but I forgot that lane violation scrapped that missed free throw shot. So he ends up going perfect, 12 for 12. Who's the last Razorback to go 12 for 12 at the free throw line? That'll make you think for a minute because I have no idea. Jackson Robinson went 3 for 3. J.D. Note, 2 for 2. Trey Wade, 1 of 2. So your starting 5 crushed it at the free throw line. Hell, you went 29 of 35. That's 83% at home or on the road. When you're shooting like that at the free throw line, of course, it kind of depends on what's going on there in the final minutes and, whatever. But that's going to keep you in some games, especially when your opponent's only taking 9 shots at the free throw line. So Arkansas finishes 22 of 48. Field goal percentage-wise, they're, again, right at about 46%. 8 of 22, I'm loving that. I'm in love with that. You're north of 35%. That's great. You can win ball games with these numbers, by the way. These are the kind of numbers where you win ball games. Not all their looks were clean looks, but for the most part, great execution on both ends. They got a little sloppy there in that final minute and a half. I didn't even watch the final 45 seconds. I was getting ready in here. That's usually what I do, the final minute or so, or unless it's a complete blowout, I'll come in here 2-minute mark, and I'll have my phone with YouTube TV. Thank God they added they kept ESPN, they kept Disney. I'll come in here and I'll keep the game on. I didn't, but I did see at the minute mark just how sloppy that game was. I'm telling you that it was just limbs flying everywhere, man. It was kind of crazy, but yeah. So Kamani Johnson, I almost just want to give the MVP to. Almost. But it's really hard when you've got Chris Likes going perfect at the free throw line, 12 of 12. 1 for 4 outside. Look, that's probably going to be about his average. I mean, it really is. He might knock down a couple three-pointers, but he's kind of a 1 for 3, 1 for 5 kind of guy outside. That's just what he is. 4 of 8 overall, 21 points. Again, he only turned the ball over twice. So your rebounds, you crushed the boards. You had 10 offensive rebounds to their 8. They did a good job on offensive rebounds. They really did. They were sacrificing bodies to get offensive rebounds. It looks like they were trying really damn hard. But Arkansas gets the win there on the offensive rebound battle. Arkansas with 10 to their 8, and then 31 defensive rebounds to their 19. So 41 total rebounds to their 27. Still not in love with the assist-to-turnover ratio. In fact, I would argue it's still just an area of what the hell's going on here. 14 assists to 13 turnovers is not a good look. That's the stuff that keeps you from winning games, right? But no, you go 8 of 22, 8 of 23, or 9 of 25. Like, you can live with those numbers outside. But if you're shooting 83% and 45, 46% overall, you're winning games. And this is what you wanted to see going into Christmas break. Getting some different bodies out there, rotating, finding the five that you want to work with. I still don't know what they end up going with against Mississippi State, right? Not A&M. I'm getting the two Maroon schools mixed up. Mississippi State. I'm still not sure what they do. Do they take these starting five with them to Starkville, to start? I'm going to say probably maybe not. I don't know if Wade is going to keep that job, although Wade was physical on the offensive end. I mean, he ended up with 21 minutes, 7 points, 2 assists, 3 blocks, a steal. And by the way, like, all of his scoring, when it wasn't from the free throw line, which was all but 1 point, it was physical. Go back and watch this game. I would recommend you guys, honestly, this is a game I want to catch again. I did not save it to my YouTube cloud or whatever, my DVR. I'm going to try and catch this game again. Like, watch Wade, watch Robinson, watch the way that guy, like, he has an open look. And he's not selfish with his looks. Robinson will move the ball around. I thought tonight he had at least one more open look, and he didn't take it. He passed up on it. It was also, I don't see them not starting Jalen. I don't see that. I'm going to have a hard time from here on out. And Jalen did end up getting 20 minutes. He had six rebounds. What did surprise me was how little Tony played tonight. 8 total minutes, had 1 rebound and a block. Now, that's not atrocious time on the floor, 8 minutes. I mean, you got a block and a rebound, but it's not great. It's not anything, again, you're not writing home to Ma about, right? I don't know. If you ask me who you give the player of the game, it'd be hard not to give it to Likes. Likes really did a good job tonight. Like, the effort between him and JD Note. Again, Note with 15, Likes with 21, Jackson Robinson with 14, and then your of course, Kamani Johnson with 15. You got to enjoy what Likes did in Note. I thought they played overall much, much better on both ends of the floor. Again, the outside screens, the outside ball screens are still a problem for Arkansas. They're still leaving too many guys wide open. Just a few more wide open looks than I would like to have given up. But again, it's not like Elon. It's not like the Phoenix crushed you outside. They ended up going 8 of 26. All right. Let's see. Let me scroll up here. Jackson Robinson is a grown man. He looks 6'7". I have him listed at 6'6". Looks like he's got really long arms too. That rebound he went for was really nice, and he only had like 1 or 2 rebounds, right? But he showed so much effort. What did he end up with? He ended up with 3. He ended up with 3 rebounds. 1 or 2 of his rebounds he was going for. Like, he was showing a lot of effort. The block that he had was nice, even though I think he got a piece of the guy. Sometimes it takes getting kicked in the teeth to get your shit fixed or shit together. Well said, King the Dreamer. I agree, man. Sometimes it does. Tony will play more. This game was a sandbox for Coach Mo, and I agree with that. I was still, especially when things were tight early on, I thought we would see more of him, and he didn't. He kept with mostly with what he had. We saw quite a bit of Jackson Robinson, Wade, a couple of guys that I fully expected them. I expected to see more Jalen early on, and he did towards the end of the first half. Saw a lot more play. Ram 17. Yeah, I know. And I'm in my playoffs. I got Cup and OBJ playing. I've been avoiding looking at my score. Do I even want to look at this? I don't want to look. Oh, it looks like I'm going to win. There we go. There we go, baby. Cooper Cup, 34 points, man. OBJ with 1.7. Jefferson. So I have Jefferson on the bench. Oh, and I benched Sanders too. Oh, that was a mistake. Oh, man. But I'm going to win. I'm going to win this first round of this playoff game. All right. Yeah. Go me. Not a very good performance, though. I ended up taking New Orleans Saints. I ended up taking Hill at quarterback. Dude, Cooper Kupp, man. Oh, I'm getting his jersey next. He is a monster. I swear to you, if you have him on your fantasy team and you're not in the winner's bracket, what were you doing, son? What were you doing? Tesla finished sexy, so they're going to have to come up with a new naming scheme. I I know those losses were bad, but we're still in good spot going into conference play at 10-2. Yeah, I think those 10 wins, though, you look back, okay, both those KC wins you like, right? Kansas State, just in terms of how those games played out. You didn't play pretty, and you still were clearly the better team compared to Cincinnati and Kansas State. Cincinnati, I thought with how bad Arkansas played, they could have lost that game by double digits. Cincinnati is a really physical basketball team. That gives me hope. What we saw tonight at defending the perimeter, way better effort, gives me hope for the rest of what's going on this season. I'll be honest with you. I had thought about, again, I scrapped it. I was gonna give you my pick where I thought Arkansas goes tonight. I'm gonna postpone that. I'm not gonna lie to you. You might be a little surprised where I have them at the moment. That it could change, but we'll talk about that next week, next Monday, 11 a.m. when we come back. Some things have got to change. There's still, there's still some things I'm not liking. I still think there's too many wide open looks. They got better tonight. I'll say that. I felt like they took that necessary step in the right direction. It was close, a little too long in the first half, but then Arkansas just spread their wings and their athletes took over. And I'm going to say this. When people say, Ty, you talk about their talent, yet here we are, right? Like they got blown out by OU and they have a loss. The second in a row loss, first time ever in Muss's career to lose back-to-back non-conference games. What are you talking about? They clearly don't have the talent. Well, that's a bunch of bullshit. They have the talent. It's not – anyone who's watched basketball for more than a year understands that you can have all the talent in the world if they're not playing, especially in the game of basketball, if you don't have your starting five playing – cohesively, and guys coming off the bench who find themselves right into the groove, which they have not done this year, who slide right on in like another working cog in what's going on the floor. Instead, they're coming in like a rusty cog, and they're messing up the whole watch. And their starting five have not played like a good cohesive unit. There's been poor execution on both ends of the floor. The dribble, shoot stuff was killing them. Not getting off the ball screens outside, getting lost out on the perimeter. They have all the talent in the world. I think some of it is you got a couple of guys that want to lead. They're worried about their offensive stats. They're worried about their shooting. They're not worried about getting the win. They're not worried about what this guy can do or what that guy can do. They're worried about what they can do. And that sounds so junior high, right? Like, too much selfish basketball. That's what you hear at junior high games. It still applies at the college level, and I think even at the pro level, but it's a little bit more by design at the pro level. But, I want to see more of what we saw tonight. And, look, and I do think that Oklahoma game lingered around a little bit. I do think that got into their heads. I kind of wonder what that week of practice looked like. Like maybe he wore those guys out, was a little too hard on them, and they just didn't respond. But tonight was exactly what you needed to see to get ready into conference play to at least make you feel a little bit better. So, that's almost as bad as saying Memphis doesn't have the talent. Exactly. I don't buy that. I don't buy that Arkansas doesn't have the talent. That's ridiculous. They have the talent. It's about putting a good product on the floor. And that product, you've got 8 guys you're rotating in. They've got to be able to play together. That's the end of it. Talent-wise, I think they're one of the top 4 rosters in the SEC. I think talent-wise is why you look at them and you go, okay, yeah, they have it. They have the pieces to go Sweet 16. I still think that. But do they play together? Do they work together well on the board? Right? When we're talking about chess, right? The pieces and the whatever. Do they have the cohesiveness, and do they play with a certain pizzazz on both ends of the floor? Do they have what it takes to compete in what I think is going to be a pretty brutal schedule? I think the SEC, I don't know, it could be worse than we think. Clearly, with Bama losing tonight to Davidson. Davidson's salty, by the way. They're not a bad team. It kind of makes you wonder, maybe everyone was overreacting a little bit. But based on what we've seen so far, though, have you seen enough when you look at the body of work so far through these 12 games? Have they got it figured out yet? And when you saw them hit the reset button tonight, it kind of gives you a little bit of pause for concern. Like, wait a minute. we're how many games in? That's what I'm talking about. Like, that's what gives me pause for concern. And again, I don't know that we still have, the necessary, like, we have the parts, but we don't have them playing too well together all at the same time, playing as a group, playing as a unit. I see why KK has gotten much. Let's see. I see why KK hasn't gotten so much minutes. Really questionable passes in the first half. He was forcing too much. Him and Devo both. They're not ready for Devo when he passes them the ball. Did you see that like weird no look behind the back pass? I think he was trying to get it to Wade. Maybe it was either Wade or Kamani Johnson. Like, what the hell is that? Like, they're just not ready for him. Devo. It seems like he's a step ahead of everybody on the floor, including his own teammates. It's like, bro, slow down. All right. Let's get into the rest of what we're going to talk about in this show. We're calling it a post game. That's not really what it is. Jalen St. John, switching over to football really quick. Jalen St. John goes into the Bobby Hopper transfer portal and then comes right back out of it. I thought it was odd. We had a debate in Discord as to what Sam Pittman means when a guy goes into the portal. And, if you go into the portal, does that mean he's not going to take you back? I've never heard those words exactly come out of his mouth. And I'm also not going to lie to you. I've not heard every speech he's given. I've not listened to every time he's talked to the media. So it's entirely possible that he said maybe his first year when he got here, like, look, you go into the portal, you're off the team or whatever, you're not coming back. I have personally never heard him say that. What I have heard him allude to is if you transfer out, you leave the program, that door is shut. You're not coming back in. In fact, he's not the only coach to say that. But, yeah, so Jalen St. John, they're not going to tell him, sorry, bud, here's the proof you need right here. Jalen St. John, 4-star prospect out of St. Louis. You're not going to tell a guy like that, like, okay, you're in the portal now, you're done. Sorry, door's closed. Clearly, he was able to come back in. So that's good. It's good. It's good that we have Jalen St. John back. I'm glad that he's taken himself out of the portal. Now, if you go into the portal and you stay there a while, that might be something different. That might be okay, clearly you're shopping around and you had really no or little intentions of coming back. Maybe then I could see him coming out and saying, yeah, that door's shut for you, for that player or whatever. But Jalen St. John, he entered yesterday and he was back. He was out of it today. We'd heard all along there's going to be a wide receiver and an offensive lineman. We're still expecting possibly some more. So far, what I've been told has been correct about that. What I've heard has been 100%. I wasn't hearing names. I was just hearing positions. And then Ray Curry, who entered the portal today, we'll see if he takes his name out. So I don't know. Back to Jalen St. John really quick. He has been dealing with some injuries too, by the way, if anyone was curious. If you remember, they moved him inside for a couple of weeks, and I think they've got him back outside. I'm not really sure where they have him working. Sam Pittman was asked about Jalen Catalon. I think it was Hutch who asked him this, about being healthy throughout the spring. What he said, and I don't have everything quoted out, typed out, but he does expect Catalon to be healthy to go through spring camp. That is really good news to hear. I kind of felt like there was a possibility considering how long ago, he had his injury and their precautions and the necessary steps that they've taken so far. But it sounds like he's going to be good to go. Now, is he going to be limited? I think he had mentioned, he being Sam Pittman, about putting him in a red jersey or whatever. So basically he's going to have limited contact. They did the same thing with Hayden Henry, and I think that worked out just fine for Hayden Henry. So limiting the amount of contact that Catalon would sustain. But it's so good. Not only are you getting him back, oh yeah, he's going to get to be there for spring. That's great. I'm really that's good to hear. We also, Sam Pittman talked on multiple occasions about Coley getting reps. The more and more you hear, you feel like Coley might be catching up to Hornsby. He didn't. It's not like he went on a 4-minute tangent about how great Coley is, but we've heard him. The more he talks to the media about the quarterback situation, they're not asking him about Coley, and he'll bring Coley up. And I've listened to a lot of his talk when he talks about the quarterbacks. My ears perk up, And he talks a lot about Coley. But if they have 6 guys transferred in and they have room for a 7th, he did allude to them possibly looking for their 7th option to be a quarterback. If I heard him correctly, I believe I did, that they could be going after a quarterback. So, and I think obviously that's because of the injury sustained to the Ole Miss transfer, Renfro. I can't tell you guys how big of a blow that is. I mean, for that young man, you feel terrible for him. It was an ACL. He tore his ACL. I mean, you're talking about months and months and months. I mean, this is going to set him back. As far as I know, he has no plans of transferring at the moment. I mean, clearly you got to deal with this thing one at a time. We'll see where he's at. Obviously, I don't know. You know, competing for that 2 spot is out the window for him now. You feel for him. I feel really bad for him. I really liked what I saw from him in spring camp, both red-white scrimmages. Pretty sure. I think he got a few reps in the second red-white, or the second scrimmage. It wasn't a red-white scrimmage, and then the third red-white, the actual red-white scrimmage. It was televised. He came in and played. I liked what I saw out of him, and not only that, during their bye week, they had him working like basically with the younger guys, with some of the underclassmen on offense. It sounded to me like he was going to be someone. The battle was going to be between him, Coley, and Hornsby. Just my assumptions, not anything I was being told or hearing. Based on my assumptions, it sounded like that was going to be our battle going into spring camp. But clearly, it's, you know. And look, the transfer portal's still out there for a quarterback to leave. That could still happen. You never know. Hornsby could leave. I'm not saying, again, I haven't heard anything. So don't panic. Don't freak out. Don't go to these message boards. Well, Ty said this. No, I haven't heard that. But it could happen, especially with, you know, all the hype around KJ Jefferson. So we're going to have to take a good look at what's going on at the 2 spot this year going into spring camp, assuming everyone's still here. Again, Renfro's not going to be available. But that was a pretty big blow for his development. So no doubt about that. Mike Wilmot says Jalen wanted some NIL love. Glad he is staying. Okay. If Coley gets ahead of Hornsby for backup spot, Hornsby probably going to head to the portal for sure. I would imagine so. He might be fine by what time? If you're talking about Hunter, if you're talking about Renfro, no, he will not be participating in spring. If that's what you're talking about, I'm not sure. You're probably not. You're probably on another conversation. Kamani Johnson, during his postgame interview, Devo texted all players for a player-only meeting after Hofstra loss. I did not know that. Thank you, Alex. I like it. Look at Alex. Alex Henderson out here contributing like a champ. Thank you, Alex. No jumping off any ledges tonight. Thank you, Alex. I love that. Thank you for the information. JT Daniels tested positive for COVID reports. Ooh. Ouch. All right. What do we so we added a room today, by the way, in our Discord. We have the Bobby Hopper transfer portal /tunnel on Discord. If you guys are in our Discord, I haven't updated it because I've just not heard. There's no one out there right now that I know of that anyone has any interest at the moment. Not saying it's not happening. I just haven't seen or heard it. If you guys have any suggestions, so-and-so is in the portal, maybe there's some history between him and maybe he was recruited by Arkansas a year ago, whatever, feel free to DM me, and I'll definitely look at adding it. But we also added a new page. It's Hogs in Portal. I didn't call it the Bobby. I thought about calling it the Bobby Hopper exit portal for exiting Razorbacks. But at the moment, Ray Curry, and again, Jalen St. John was in, but he's out. Darren Turner, Jermaine Hamilton-Jordan, JT Towers, Andy Boykin, Vito Calvaruso, Solomon Wright, Josh Oglesby. Oglesby, who's your first hog to enter the portal back on November 8th. Those are all the guys that are currently in the portal. So we'll keep up with that as best we can, right? But you guys should go check out that page. It's short and sweet, to the point. How about, we talked about players who sign early. We're going to get an opportunity on campus to participate, talking about football, to participate during bowl practices. J.J. Hollingsworth and Caden Henley have both been spotted in bowl practices this week. I think they're expecting some more Hogs to show up. I think they're, every school, every district's different when they start. I think like everybody is on Christmas break right now, but I don't know. I think there's going to be more. I don't know how many. It was kind of hinted to me that there'd be more than just these two, but we haven't heard anything yet. But that's really cool. Of course, J.J. Hollingsworth, who's right down the road. Both these guys are right down the road. Hollingsworth at Greenland and Caden Henley at Shiloh Christian here in Springdale. So it's really neat. Those guys are getting to participate. That is huge. The earlier you get these guys on campus, the better. I mean, that's just all there is to it. And I think you guys would all agree with that. But that's big. That's big. And I would guess they're going to get some more. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we're at the 47-minute mark here. Really, I appreciate you guys for being here. I want to say, too, we've still got a little ways before our end of the year, but it's been a good year. It really has. And I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys coming through, being supportive, Patreon supporters, you guys that come through live chat, sponsors, everyone. It's been a really special, this was a first. We've never done what I was calling for a while this semi-daily show, which was 3 days a week, and then doing post-game shows. This was a first, and it did really damn well. I mean, we had at one point, we've had some lives that hit almost 600 viewers. I mean, that's pretty special, and we've done that. We've done that several times. That wasn't a flash in the pan moment. We've done that several times. We're creeping up on 700,000 total views. The subscribers are coming in. It's been really special, and I want to say thank you to you guys. I thought about I don't know what we're going to do for New Year's. New Year's is going to be, what? So we got the 31st on a Friday. We might have to, I don't know. Maybe we do something in Discord. We do an all-nighter and we open up, voice chat or something. I don't know. Or maybe we do something here. I had kind of thought about opening up a Twitch channel and just kind of opening that up. And I don't know. We got to do something special because this year, 2021 was awesome. We got full capacity for home games, which was awesome. I mean, it really was. 2021 was a pretty decent turnaround. Of course, Arkansas going to 8-4 in football. How special was that? Hopefully they get their 9th win coming up here soon against Penn State in the Outback Bowl. But it's been a really cool year, and I couldn't do this without you guys. Again, Patreon supporters, Super Chat contributors, the sponsors. Couldn't do this. You guys help keep the lights on here, so I do appreciate you guys. Got to do some celebration for 1 million total views. Well, at this pace, and we keep growing, 1 million views is not far. I did not expect to be this close to 700,000 views at the end of 2021. I really didn't. I was thinking next summer if I was lucky. But when we decided to go full-time here, and I thought about doing this sooner, if I'm being honest, and I put it off, I'm glad that I did it. And yeah, plus the Discord is growing every day. It really is. If you guys want to join Discord, let me give you the link here really fast, and then and if you have any trouble, let me know. Be sure and either hit me up on Twitter or something. Channel grown a lot this year. Can't wait to see what happens next year with your content. You and Trey Biddy are my favorite places to go for Razorback sports. Ash, I appreciate that. I really do. Don't know if Hazelwood or Jackson moved to Fayetteville yet. Would be nice to have them in a bowl game prep. Yeah, they can practice in the bowl games. I'm pretty sure. I feel like Sam Pittman said they were. I know he talked about the signees were able to participate. I'm pretty sure the transfers can. They just cannot participate in the game. But then again, I've seen comments elsewhere that were like, no, actually they can. I don't know these damn rules. I respond to the news. That's what I do here. Now with these players leaving, will it help get higher recruited players? Sorry if this is a dumb question. Emily, what do you mean? Now with these players leaving, will it help get higher? It could. I mean, the challenge these days is getting big-time talent and keeping big-time talent, right? Imagine having a collection of Treylon Burks NFL football cards that will be worth lots of money down the road. Oh, yeah, for sure. for sure. So if you guys want to join Discord, there's the link. Again, Patreon, if you want to be a contributor to that, it's a minimum of $4 a month. That continues to grow. I asked for 20. We hit like 23 last month. So I want to continue to grow that, man. My next goal is 30. Let's hit 30. I'd love to do that. That'd be great. Again, it's a $4 minimum if you just want to jump in and be a part of it. So, yeah. And I've been thinking about some Patreon content. I don't like I want to grow that. And I've had some ideas rattling around the old noggin for some Patreon-only content. I've been thinking about it. Just something kind of, when it happens, I'll let you know. I'll give you guys plenty of time, to get ready for that. So, yeah, a lot of plans. QB Spotlight, he and I are going to talk to. I'm going to have Stephen Hamner on again probably next week. I think that's what we're going to shoot for. So, all right. Sorry I missed your show, Ty. I'll catch it later. Hey, Edward, I'm glad you were here anyways. Thanks a lot. I'll see you guys next week. Merry Christmas. I can't wait. We're going to get into Penn State. We're going to get into Arkansas basketball, where they're at going into conference play. It's going to be great. But besides all that, Merry Christmas. I'll see you guys next week. Enjoy the rest of your week. Go Hogs.
At Direct